Hey guys, back here with another quick video. This time I'm going to talk about some accessories that might come in handy after buying your first camera. One of the first things I would consider is buying a memory card or two, depending on your camera. I would stick with the higher capacity, higher speed cards. They're denoted as H or SDHC for SD cards, or SDXC. You want to at least get a 16 gig or higher, just because of the fact that with today's higher megapixel cameras, it'll really eat up the memory quick, especially when you're shooting video as well. So I prefer the SanDisk Extreme Pro series. I've had some pretty good luck with them, and they're pretty high speed cards as well. Higher the speed, it'll generally help with the buffering on your camera if your camera can handle it. And if your camera can handle the higher capacity cards, I would definitely go for that as well, like the 64 gig SD card, which holds a lot of video. So another good accessory to have is probably an extra battery or two for your camera. Since a lot of today's high drain electronic devices really tax your batteries, especially when you're shooting video, they're going to really eat up your batteries fast, and it's nice to have an extra one or two. And stay away from the knockoff generic brands. Try to stick with the OEM, your factory batteries, just for the fact that they're tested, the factory ones are tested, and they're going to have the reliability and the track record. You don't want some generic knockoff battery to fail inside your equipment and ruin your battery. You know, you spend hundreds of dollars or even thousands on a camera, and don't scrimp on the battery or power source. Another nice thing to have is some type of a remote shutter release capability. Here I have just a wired Nikon shutter release. And it plugs into your camera on that side, or this is a little wireless unit for the D5100 right there. Nice thing about having an option for releasing your shutter remotely is you're not going to bump it when you're using it on a tripod, using for low exposures or what have you. The other option or advantage is you can release it from a further distance, especially if you have a remote. So if you want to be in the photo itself, that's nice to have. Another nice thing to have is some type of a blower cleaning device. This is, I think, a rocket blower. Keep the dust off your camera. You can even clean your sensor with it. Some type of a microfiber lint-free cleaning cloth wouldn't hurt. You can even use various types of cleaning solutions or liquid that'll keep especially the front of your lens clean. But however, if you can avoid it, try not to touch the front element of your lens, which takes us to our next topic at hand. Another nice accessory would be some type of a lens protection in front of your lens, and this would be in a way of a UV filter or skylight filters, depending on what you're looking at. UV stands for ultraviolet. Not only does it protect the front of your lens from scratches and bumps and moisture or what have you, it also will help cut some of the haze when you're shooting outside. But the main thing is to have the front element protected. It's a lot cheaper to replace one of these than it is to replace the whole lens or have the front of your lens polished off because you have some ding or scratch on it. And of course, some type of a tripod would be nice. If you have a tripod with some type of a removable head where you can replace the top piece, depending on your usage, heavy-duty ones are nice. I did my tripod review. It's better to have something that's not too heavy so that you won't leave it behind, but yet not so light that it's not going to serve its purpose. And tripod is helpful for a couple of things. One, fact that you can set your camera on there and use some of the slower shutter speeds. So anytime you're using shutter speeds of 1/15 of a second or slower, you're going to have some type of a steady camera support, and tripod is a way to go with that. Doing low light photography, astrophotography. Also, if you want to be in the photo itself, it's nice to have the tripod, set it up, put your camera, either use the self-timer to trip your shutter or use one of the remote release options that I mentioned earlier. So a tripod is definitely a photographer's best friend for both moral support and physical. And last but not least, of course, some type of a camera bag. That'll not only help you store and protect your camera gear, but it'll also give you the option of transporting it. They come in different sizes, shapes, colors. This is up to you. I prefer the backpack style, but that'll keep it all contained, and you should be good to go. Alright guys, hopefully this information is useful to you. Having some of these accessories, either one or two or whatever, will go a long way in enhancing your photographic experience. Alright, till next time. See you guys later.